to the second mediation report on the Boko conflict. Authorities have confirmed that Alhaji Abagri is safe and currently under the care of security agencies. The move is part of ongoing efforts to ensure peace and stability in the Boko area following prolonged tensions. The Interior Minister, Muntaka Mubarak, issued a statement confirming the action, emphasizing that the welfare of all parties involved remains a priority. The Ghana Armed Forces continues to work closely with security agencies and community leaders to maintain calm and facilitate a peaceful resolution to the conflict. We'll stay on security because the Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Yohunu, has assured the public of maximum police protection during the Yuletide and beyond. Speaking at the Ghana Police Service's Carol Service, the IGP said adequate nationwide police deployment has been made to ensure the safety of lives and property throughout the festive season.
Now of the Ghana Police Service, drawn from several departments, converged on the forecourt of the Police Administration block to observe the annual Police Carol Service, the first to be held in the last 4 years. The event was attended by the Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Yohunu, members of the Police Management Board, POMAB, and senior officers, choir groups from the Police CID, Police Hospital, Police Wives Association, Police Ladies Association, and the National Police Service performed various carol renditions in celebration of the festive season. Scriptures were intermittently read, with the Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Yohunu, reading the 9th and final scripture. In his Christmas message, the IGP reiterated the service's commitment to protecting citizens. He added that police presence has been strengthened nationwide to provide security before, during, and after the Yuletide.
We owe the good people of this country undiluted and loyal services. I wish to inform the members of the public that adequate number of officers and men have been deployed nationwide to ensure incident-free and safe Christmas season. Patrols will be intensified both day and night in the cities, towns, and our roads. All security-connected information are to be relayed to the nearby police station for a prompt response.
A representative of the clergy emphasized the need for both Christians and Muslims to look beyond individual faith and coexist peacefully in the collective effort to protect the nation.
It sends a powerful message that despite our different faith tradition, we stand united in the service, discipline, and commitment to peace in Ghana. For us as Muslims, Jesus is a noble messenger of God who was sent with a message of mercy, justice, humility, love for humanity. These values are not only Christian values, they are universal values. And they are also deeply rooted in my faith.
The Police Carol Service ended on a note of unity, reflection, and renewed commitment to public safety. Stanley Nibleu, TV3 News, Accra.
Now, more than 100 police personnel have been promoted to various ranks by the Inspector General of Police, the Police Management Board, and the Police Council. The promotions were announced a lot later and recognize officers who have rendered exceptional service toward crime reduction across the country.
Beneficiaries include personnel from the Inspector General of Police's Special Operations Team and the Special Investigative Task Force commissioned by President John Dramani Mahama to probe the 2020 and 2024 election-related violence, which resulted in the loss of 8 lives. In addition, 40 officers who died in the line of duty between 2023 and 2025 were posthumously promoted. At the decoration ceremony, Inspector General of Police Christian Tete Yohunu justified the promotions, describing them as a reward for dedication, sacrifice, and professionalism.
In a year where we have lost 20 personnel in the fight against crime. They died in line of duty. It is very important to reward those who still fight, irrespective of what their colleagues have gone through.
Second in command of the Election Violence Investigative Task Force, Chief Superintendent of Police John Kweku Lodonu pledged the team's commitment to unravel unresolved cases and revive investigations that have gone cold.
Some of these incidents happened even before the election, but we were able to bring these cases back to life. We have succeeded in arresting suspects who are currently standing trial. Some are still on bail as we try to gather evidence and get them arraigned before court. We are not going to end our efforts. We will do more. We will go after the suspect. We will unravel all the cases assigned to us and bring all the perpetrators to justice.
Leadership of the IGP Special Operations Team was represented by DSP Bawa Abdul Jalil, Superintendent of Police Augustine Dawson Amwa, and Superintendent Karim Mahama. They highlighted the task force achievements, including the fight against illegal mining, the restoration of peace in Gbinyiri, and the crackdown on illicit drug peddling in Tamale.
People are making reference to the IGP Special Operations whenever it comes to the issue of Galamsey. Even though there's 9 months today, yet people still say the IGP Special Operations Team kudos to us and they need us. We promise we will continue to make sure that the Special Operations Team, wherever our services is needed, we will make sure that we deliver to keep the country safe until we say we are going on retirement.
The promotions have significantly boosted morale among personnel of the Ghana Police Service. Stanley Niblew, TV3 News, Accra.
Now, the celebration of religious festivals in Ghana continues to bring people of diverse faiths together in shared joy and fellowship. Over the years, this tradition has strengthened interfaith tolerance and camaraderie, contributing to the country's enduring peace and unity. This Christmas season is no exception, as Noura Mohammed takes to the streets of Accra to explore how religious harmony remains a defining feature of Ghanaian society.
During Islamic celebrations such as Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, many Muslims in Ghana share the festivities with non-Muslim friends, neighbors, and even strangers. Food and meat are freely shared as communities come together to honor the occasion. Similarly, during Christmas and Easter, many Christians across the country open their homes and celebrations to Ghanaians of other faiths. This long-standing tradition has helped foster decades of interfaith unity, solidarity, and mutual respect, an example admired beyond Ghana's borders. Sheikh Armiya Shaibu, the official spokesperson for the National Chief Imam, weighs in.
During such a festivity, I do receive hampers and gifts from in fact, just about some 2 days ago, one of my very good working partner, we worked together on the religious plane. She brought me a hamper, and I received it. I have a good friend pastor with whom I share platform on every Thursday on the television, and every Christmas he gives me, and just like I also give him in Eid al-Adha, and I share with him. This is symbolically to indicate that we are not enemies, and that within a spirit of interfaith harmony and unity as a nation, we can build on our common values and our common humanity and build a nation that is characterized by peace, love, and unity.
In Nima, a predominantly Muslim community in Accra, we spoke with residents and traders about how Christmas is observed in the area. Dr. Kasim Abdullahi, a Muslim lecturer at the University of Cape Coast, says his Christian friends celebrate Christmas with him every year.
This is a blessing that Ghana has. If there is one thing that we all have to cherish and safeguard, it is the peace that we enjoy as Muslims, Christians, and even people of other faiths. We believe this is the best. Even when you look at the continent, there is no place like Ghana everybody think what Ghana is doing is the best. And the only thing that is keeping us united is the understanding that we have. I have lots of, Christian friends, in fact, right from school days till now. And during this time, they share what they have with us. We also share with them. We enjoy the food that they cook. They share with us.
For these traders at Nima, the Christmas season is celebrated by Christian and non-Christian traders alike.
Yes, some Muslims celebrate the Christmas, not all. We help them to enjoy their moment. It promotes unity a lot, like a lot. We all come together. We are like a family.
The Muslims are a majority here, but during Christmas, the market is quite empty. It's a good thing that we have peace and tolerance of one another. They give us lots of food and meat during the Eid, just like we do during Christmas. Many Ghanaians, regardless of religion, celebrate religious festivities, be it Eid or Christmas. And this sort of unity is to the envy of many across the globe. And each year, this unity keeps strengthening. Nura Mohammed for TV3 News, Accra.
Now, the Education Minister, Haruna Idrisu, has announced that the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, will release additional funds to support education infrastructure across the country in the coming years. According to him, the funding is expected to address infrastructure deficits in schools, improve teaching and learning conditions, and promote smooth academic operations nationwide.
Infrastructure gaps continue to pose major challenges to education delivery in the country. In the 2026 budget, the Ministry of Finance allocated over 9 billion cedis to GET Fund to support its mandate. From 2026, GET Fund is also expected to disburse more than 100 million cedis, specifically for school infrastructure development. Announcing this, Education Minister Haruna Idrisu said the education sector will receive a significant boost, particularly in the area of classroom construction and rehabilitation.
John Dramani Mahama, an enduring legacy of his presidency, will be reaching out to the marginalized, vulnerable of learners with special needs. We are dedicating, and I'm told by Chief Director who represents us at the GET Fund, that an amount of 100 million Ghana cedis have been dedicated by GET Fund to support our new initiative of providing free education, including feeding, in all special and integrated schools across the country.
Meanwhile, the General Secretary of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT, Thomas Tanko Musa, has called on government to establish a dedicated funding source for basic education. According to him, the basic level forms the foundation of the education system and requires sustained and targeted financial support.
Where we are now, we need to do everything to make sure that we get dedicated fund for basic education, so that the school feeding program will not suffer any challenge. Feeding our children at the SHS level, the schools, the free SHS will not suffer any challenge, including all the TLMs and all the material that we need to ensure that our children are well taught.
Musa acknowledged that the year 2025 has been challenging for the education sector, but commended teachers for their commitment and resilience. He also urged government to be prepared for negotiations on teachers' condition of service in the coming year.
Come next year, which must be renewed somewhere in June, will be done accordingly. And all the contents, all the clauses and it will be implemented to the development of our country and to the human capital development of this country. And teachers can be happy to make sure that they work and give of their best. We are grateful to you on behalf of the National Council. I salute you all. I say God bless you.
In our final story this morning, the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA, has suspended the rollout of its new license plates, originally scheduled for January 2, 2026. Its Chief Executive Officer, Julius Nikwe Kote, says the suspension is occasioned by the failure to secure the necessary amendments to the Road Traffic Regulation 2012 LI 2180, which specifies the content and format of vehicle plates.
Conference, The Chief Executive Officer of the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA, Julius Nikwe-Kote, explained that while Parliament successfully amended the Road Traffic Act 2004, Act 683, the specific provisions contained in LI 2180 were not passed before Parliament went on recess on Friday, December 19, 2025. He noted that until the legislative requirements are fully settled, the authority cannot proceed with the rollout of the new RFID embedded license plates. The new vehicle registration number plates have been designed to incorporate modern technology, including radio frequency identification (RFID), to promote traceability and enhance road safety. As a result, the DVLA has extended the use of vehicles currently operating with departure from port (DP) stickers and DV plates until further notice.
We have given extension to all DP stickers to operate, so we come back with another announcement. The same apply to DV, that is a defective vehicle plate, to also be used. Then, any company or individual who wishes to register can also do so in 2026. Just that you must be mindful of the fact that when the new ones are being rolled out, you'll be compelled to change and pay again. That is it.
Meanwhile, the Vehicle Enforcement Association of Ghana, VEMAG, has filed an injunction at the High Court in Accra, seeking to restrain the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA, from rolling out a digital or any new vehicle number plate registration system beginning January 2026. The suit was filed by Beminco Enforcement Limited and 26 other plaintiffs, all members of the Vehicle Enforcement Association of Ghana, VEMAG. However, the Chief Executive Officer of the DVLA says the authority is innocent of all accusations.
Julius Nikwe-Kote, CEO of DVLA, I have not cancelled or signed any new contract with regards to the new number plates. These VEMAG people came to me that they've been working with the authority and then they want to be part of it. And I said, oh, that's no problem. You guys went into tender with a gentleman who operates a company called Omel. So he's part of you. You went to the same tender with him. If he's won the contract and you want to do it, better go and meet him and then do what? Have a discussion with him. So you're surprised. The one who won the contract is saying that he is willing to welcome the people coming to do the RFID. And those who never won the contract have rather gone to court. And we'll meet them in court.
The DVLA is confident of rolling out its pending RFID license plates next year after the resolution of all outstanding issues. Stanley Niblew, TV3 News, Accra.
And it's exactly 6:25 today, the 25th of December. Merry Christmas to you and many thanks for watching.
of December. Yes, it's a great Christmas, and I hope it's been great so far for you. Beginning of these holidays. Welcome to New Day, your favorite morning show right here on TV3. My name is Beatrice Edu, and today we have a package for you. I can tell you. I'll be joined by my colleague Roland Walker very shortly, but we'll be giving you music. We'll be bringing you some special dance. Yes, Joe Metto will be joining us with some great rendition of his songs this morning, and you can expect a very packed program today for you on this Christmas Day. As you sit in your homes or wherever you find yourself, just glued to your television set, great programming coming from us to you. But in addition to that as well, of course, we're bringing you the big issue today as well. We'll have a regular panel members coming here, Rosalind, Nanaya, Jantua, and your regular women. They will be here to celebrate Christmas with us. We'll be touching on a number of interesting issues. Yes, so welcome to the show. Once again, my name is Beatrice Edu, and you know, it's not just our usual talk. We'll be mixing it with music and dance. Like I just told you, Joe Metal is going to be here. We'll also have parent music join us, and that special choreography that you'll be seeing as well. So just relax and enjoy everything we've got for you today. Yes, so you're welcome once again. Been able to buy your fowl, and today you're going to be able to enjoy your Christmas with some chicken. And for those who got the 5,000 and the 10,000, congratulations to you. But we are not done yet. Today we are giving some money again. Yes, so if you're joining us, it's *439#. You follow the prompt, you pick your favorite platform, which is right here on TV3. Guess what? We're giving 10,000 again. That will make it 60,000 from 50 yesterday, and then today 10,000. Yes. So if you dial *439# and you pick your favorite platform, which is TV3, of course, you follow the prompt first, you will get to win 1,000 cedis. Yes, we're giving 10,000 Ghana cedis to 10 of you today. Yes, so if you keep playing, your number will show. Roland will tell you play more than 40 times, and then it's so easy for your number to be displayed on the screen, and you get 1,000 Ghana cedis. If you're one of those who won either the 10,000 or Akukon Kitinkiti, which was 200 Ghana cedis, or even the 5,000, you still have the opportunity to play. Who doesn't want more money? Yes. So keep playing. *439#. You follow the prompt. You pick your favorite platform right here on TV3, which is number 2. Yeah, so this morning, very shortly, we're going to be going into the This Morning segment, and we're asking you how or what does Christmas mean to you and how you're celebrating Christmas. Today is the 25th of December 2025. I do hope it's a great Christmas for you. Well, if you got the Akukon Kitinkiti or what, the 10,000 or 5,000, I'm sure it already started on a great note. But call us. How are you celebrating the Christmas from whichever part of the country you find yourself in? Let us know how you're celebrating. And yes, let others enjoy perhaps your plans. For those who don't have plans, they may get to hear what you've got on the table and also take a cue. So yes, thank you so much for joining us on this Christmas Day. Like I did tell you, we have a whole package for you. Joe Metal is joining us. Of course, we'll have Perez Music as well join us. And we've got some, nice play for you on standby, as well as a fantastic choreography also coming up on this program on this Christmas Day. And so just get your seats, get your popcorn, and ensure that you enjoy every bit of what we've got for you. Roland Walker, my colleague, is going to be joining me very shortly, but perhaps we should give you the first of the package we have for you, which is a special dance. Just watch this. Dancers. All right, and so that's just a little bit of what we did promise you. There's more coming your way, but we want to hear from you. just call us and let us know how you're celebrating the Christmas. If you're joining us just alone, sitting behind or in front of your screen, enjoying or taking in everything we've brought or we bring in to you, that's great. But still tell us, how are you celebrating this Christmas? And we also would love to hear from those who got Akukon Kitinkiti yesterday, what that means to you and how you're going to use that to ensure that you have the best of Christmas. So the numbers will shortly be displayed on your screen. We are asking you, how are you celebrating your Christmas? Hopefully it's a great plan and you have a great day based on really what you've got under your sleeves, I should put it. So call in and share your thoughts with us. But as you prepare to call us in, there's a world-class university right here in Ghana. That's Rosebank International University, a strong South African university and a branch of the ADV Tech Group, Africa's largest private education provider, with 146 schools across 5 African countries and over 100,000 learners, and partly owned by the World Bank through the IFC. Rosebank International University is fully accredited by the South African Qualifications Authority, the British Accreditation Council, GTEC in Ghana, City Guilds UK, and Capsicum Cambridge Studio. At Rosebank International University, we offer a Doctor of Business Administration, MBA, Master of Science, and Master of Philosophy in Digital Marketing, Bachelor of Supply Chain Management, targeting professionals in freight forwarding, customs, etc. We offer hospitality and culinary arts as well. Available at diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate levels. Yes, our ICT has BSc Information Technology in Business Systems and IT Computer Application Development, all carefully designed to equip you with the skills and qualifications needed for a successful global career. Our mission is simple: inspiring excellence. Admissions are now open for January 2026. Visit our modern campus at Airport Commercial Opebia House, Accra, or apply online at www.riuc.edu.gh. Rosebank International University, building global citizens. And on this morning's segment, we are asking you how you're celebrating Christmas today. Welcome to the This Morning segment. And if you're just joining us, Merry Christmas to you. We are bringing you a special package here on New Day. We've already had a taste of that special dance we did promise you. Of course, Joe Meto will be here as well as Perez Music and a whole lot. The regular women, Thursday, will also be here to share their thoughts with us. But I think we do have our first caller on the line. Good morning to you, sir. Merry Christmas to you. Tell us your name, where you're calling us from.
Hey, good morning. Happy Christmas and New Year and
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Good morning to you. Please tell us your name. Where are you calling us from?
This is Grace, calling you from Upper West region.
Oh,
wow.
Wow. I hope Wa is buzzing this morning with all the Christmas joys.
Yes. Wow, is very nice.
Great.
And
Merry Christmas to you and your family and friends.
Yes, let me say good morning to the MPP Regional Chairman Abdelaziz's wife. For the past 4 days, one of my good friends, you know more now, the former flag bearer of PNC, his junior brother, Watson Mona, he is a former yard worker in RCC. He lost his sweetheart for the past 4 days. So we are mourning with him. So anybody who know more now, at Upper West RCC, he lost his wife. And we are still mourning after him. My sister, I am also saying good morning to my brothers and sisters, the Christians. But my problem is that for the past year and past 2 years, we used to sell drinks, snacks for them to buy. By this year, it's not buying at all. Even some of the big customers who come and pick their drinks heavyweight, when you call them, they tell that there's no money. You don't know how Accra and Kumasi told us. If not, God willing, the place is very cool. We have been learning to each other. But the issue there is that there's no money in the system.
You didn't get some of the Akukon Kitty yesterday. We gave 50,000 out. We gave 50,000 out yesterday. You didn't get some.
Yeah, I didn't get some.
You didn't play.
No, I tried, but I didn't get.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yes, yes. So, but Happy New Year to Roland and Cookie. And I can't forget my own friend, Joseph Akabile, wherever I say Happy Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Idris, for calling us from Wa in the Upper West region and for sharing your thoughts with us. Hopefully you get some money today and you're able to enjoy the rest of the day. Mejina Joy says, hi, Mejina, good morning. Merry Christmas to you.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas to you. I hope you're well.
Oh, by the grace, I'm well. And once I have life, I think it is enough.
Okay.
One sad moment for me is that Libya in Bono lost one of our own, called Adama. So I'm wishing the entire family very condolence. It is not easy. We were shocked to hear him being passed away. That's all the same. We believe that with everything we have to give to God. He knows what is good. So the family, our condolences to everybody.
Sorry, our condolences to you.
Yeah. My issue this morning is that once we were asking that how am I meeting the Xmas, I was also asking myself, how am I impacting others with my life, with my actions? You see, somebody came to this world. The books that we have read, meaning Bible, he sacrificed his life. He stood up for the right thing to be done. His acts had effect on somebody's comfort zone. Somebody who do wrong, Jesus asked him to. It was not easy. It's like being addicted into something. It's not easy to take the person from that situation. So if you are trying to take the person from that situation, the person will think that you are trying to do something against his comfort. So, and when we check our religious rating, we are Christians, we are Muslims. But I ask myself, why still, when people have opportunity to serve, they still corrupt? Why people, when they are given opportunity to serve people right, resources are there. Use the resources to elevate the people's lives. We are not doing that. But we all pretend. I always used to say that it will be difficult for God to get 10% of Ghanaians going to heaven. Because majority of us are hypocrites. We are not able to do the right thing. When you go to China, you don't have to hear there, but the people are enjoying. When you go to China.
Hello, Mejina. Okay, it looks like it looks like we've lost him there, but thank you very much. Mejina not really excited about how Ghanaians are behaving this morning and rather reflecting on how his life is impacting others positively on this Christmas day. Well, thank you for calling in and sharing those thoughts with us, perhaps food for thought this morning. But we have another caller on the line as well. Good morning to you, sir. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much for joining us on the This Morning segment on New Day on TV3.
Thank you, my lady. This is Eben in Kwabenya. Merry Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas, Eben. How is Kwabenya this morning? I hope you're feeling all the Christmas vibes in your community.
Oh, we are feeling it, and especially me. As I come out and check the area, I realize that this year Christmas will be very, very much enjoyable.
Wonderful to hear that.
Anyway, before I proceed, let me say Merry Christmas to all the media general crew, especially you and Roland, who will be just in to help you to, make the show fantastically. Also,
thank you.
Merry Christmas to all the NDC in Dominic Abidjan, especially the cluster and of Praise Branch. And today to mark what? The birthday of what? Our secretary, 2B. It's called Shak, Emmanuel Saki. Today is his birthday. We wish him well. He should enjoy the Christmas. He should pass by my house so that we do it as it is. Because today is his day and also the birth of Christ. So we join two together and celebrate it well. So wherever Shak is, happy birthday. Enjoy it in the fullest. Pass by my house and do it as it is. You see, my dear sister, Christmas is here with us again. And you see, I'm grateful to our Father in heaven for giving us a president like John Mahama to bring us Akukon Kitenkete. Because I remember last year, we were buying a fowl 150, 200 Ghana cedis. You see, but lo and behold, due to Akukon Kitenkete, you can get a fowl for 70 Ghana. I'm so much happy. A rice I used to buy it 110 Ghana cedis last year. Now it is 80 Ghana cedis and 60 cedis. I don't want to mention that I normally buy 3 brands, but they haven't come to your studio, so I don't advertise for them. You see, now it is 80 Ghana cedis and the other one is 60 Ghana cedis. Are you not mad? Are you not happy? I can see your face the way you are smiling here and there. You are so you appreciate the government. Governance we have so far. So for me, I'm okay, and no matter what it takes, I and my family, we are a family of 5. We will enjoy it and make sure we extend some to friends. Okay? This is what we want. And for me, this is what I call governance. Okay? So please, we have better governance now, but we are praying to have it better. Because the most sad aspect of it, for me, that at times I don't understand we Ghanaians is the case that looks. Last year, we were buying a bag of corn, 1,200 Ghana cedis. Me, myself, I do farming in my village. I used to have a constituency. Now, when you go there, a bag of corn is 600 Ghana cedis. But the kinky sellers, they are still selling a bowl of kinky 5 cedis. We know, even if we sell it 5 cedis now, still increase the size. But what do you see now? It is smaller as it is in last year. Please, kinky sellers, we are begging of you. Although we are enjoying Christmas with rice, but we still want our kinky about. So please, reduce the price for us. If you can't sell it 3 cedis, add some to the ball so that when we take a ball, we can enjoy it. It's not the case that we need to buy 10 cedis before we belly food. No, please, take it, sellers. We are begging you. Enjoy yours as well. And tell Roland we love him so much, and you as well, and Ashoko and others.
We love you too.
Johnny Hughes. We've missed him a lot. We want to feed the bite.
He's on leave.
So tell him to come so that he come and give us the bite. We are missing the bite.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling us from Dom Kwabinya and the friend who is celebrating the birthday today. It looks like the party is very big because he kept saying it. So make sure you find your way there to have a blast on this Christmas day. Alhaji joins us live. Alhaji, Merry Christmas to you from all of us.
This is
hi.
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to Piketini and my friend Roland and my friend Johnny Hughes. Why is Johnny? Let me ask you, why is Johnny?
He's on leave.
Oh, he's busy. I think he enjoyed himself for abroad. Oh, Johnny, Merry Christmas to entire workers for the TV3 and Shamima Muslim. Let me send my we don't celebrate, but let me send my greeting to him, Shamima and Alasan and Chairman Opotu Ampopo. Very Christmas to Chairman Opotu Ampopo and Excellency John Dramani Bahama and Mami Lodina Bahama and workers for the Jubilee House, Bawa Sanatu, and Khalifa Police, and let me send Merry Christmas to them, And Dr. Abukar Wumbe, let me send my greetings to him. But we don't celebrate, but we will support you people to celebrate. But I think this year, dear, everybody will enjoy how to celebrate the Christmas because this is affordable this time. And so let's keep on praying for Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and things will continue like this. Because each and any time and things increase. And people are complaining, but that complaining comes to pass. Because we have a good government who will listen to the people and the discounters. And so let's keep on praying for Excellency John Dramani Mahama to keep doing the good. Is that Beatrice?
Alhaji.
Yeah. You said something?
Yes, I was going to ask you how you're personally celebrating the Christmas.
My...
Alhaji,
come again.
How are you celebrating the Christmas? How are you celebrating the Christmas?
But we support you people to celebrate. We don't support.
Are you giving out gifts? Are you giving out gifts
yeah.
in terms of supporting us to celebrate Christmas?
I want to prepare food and come and give kitchen, Nashako, and entire workers for that. TV3.
We are all hearing you. You're live.
I mean, now enough. So
okay.
I think we are happy. So thank you very much to give me this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alhaji, for calling in. And yes, we'll hold you to your word. You said you're in the north. You're preparing and bringing the food to us. So we'll hold you to your word. We'll look forward to that. But we have another caller on the line. Good morning to you. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much for joining us on this morning's segment on New Day. Tell us your name, where you're calling us from. Hello? Yes, sir. We can hear you. Merry Christmas to you and to your loved ones. The line is not so clear. Is it possible?
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Please go ahead. Merry Christmas to you, sir.
The same to you. Please, I'm calling on behalf of NAPO trainees, you understand, to plead with the government at least to give us capital to start business, you understand. We've been in the house for like over 5 years now, and there's nothing happening. So I wanted to use your platform to plead with the government at least they should do something about this. That's all.
That's all. Okay, how are you celebrating the Christmas, though? Anybody you want to wish a Merry Christmas? Okay, it looks like we lost him there. But thank you for sharing, bringing in your message. We have another caller from Techiman. Good morning to you, sir. Merry Christmas to you, from us to you. Tell us your name.
Good morning to you, madam.
Yes.
My name is Isa Namo Apollo.
Your name is Amwa?
Yes, Namo Isa Apollo.
Yes, sir. Please tell us, how are you celebrating the Christmas? I hope Techiman is well this morning.
Yes, please. By the grace of God, Techiman is doing great.
Okay.
I want to wish my mom, Haji Hawa, for a very happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And my dad, Abdurrahman Razak.
Okay.
And I wish all the media journal workers happy Merry Christmas, SSL, Rola Walker, Kupiti, Belamundi, everybody, Giovanni, New Beatrice, everybody, including Captain Smart.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in from Techiman, and hope you enjoy the day today. There are a number of you sending us your messages. Master Planner Junior Kintampo says, Merry Christmas and a great New Year in advance. May all your heart desires and goals be achieved by God's grace with ease. Have a lovely festive season, dear sister. Okay, so that's personally to me. Thank you so much, Master Planner. And there's also another one coming from you. He said, happy festive season to everyone at Media General. A special happy birthday to Mrs. Linda Daze, okay, a teacher at Kintampo MA Basic School. May the Almighty God bless your new age. Madam, enjoy your day. So that's coming from Master Planner Junior. Thank you for your message. Aziz Donlawa says, certainly 2026 will be far better because Allah has been so good, caring and kind to us as a nation. I'm fully convinced, confident, and optimistic that great things will happen in 2026. My focus is to help my colleague youth in the coming years. Indeed, TV3 has shown a commitment, loyal, and dedication to this nation, and therefore need an award from the citizenry. Thank you so much, Aziz Donla. And then he says, kindly send my regards to Professor Titus, MP for Lambusi, and Professor Sharif Khalid Mahmood Aziz Donla from WA. Thank you for your message and for sharing those with us. There's one from Small Libya. Okay, you just sent a video, you didn't send a message, but thank you very much for your messages. Keep sending them in and we'll read them back to you. Well, Accra, are you ready? Because this December, the waves, the lights, and the music are calling. Yes, the 3FM All-White Party Beach Edition is coming to the Labadi Beach Hotel. And this year, we're turning Paradise into the biggest December shutdown of 2025. And wait, we're not coming small because Stone Boy is coming. I'm sure you've been watching him and his message to us ahead of the day. Kofi Kinata is also coming. And let's just say more surprise artists, right? Right, loading. Now, listen, if you want to experience this night the right way, then you need a table. Yes, 3 levels, 3 moods, 1 unforgettable night. Platinum for the ones who don't do average Roland Walker, Shadrach Abe, and the rest. Private space, prestige, premium treatment, diamond, where luxury meets energy, gold, bold, vibrant, and right in the heart of the party. Yes, don't wait until it sells out. If you and your squad are ready to own the night, call or WhatsApp. Remember, today is 25th, and this is on 28th. So call or WhatsApp now, 053 2200927. That's 053 2200927, or dial *928 *12 *12 hash to book your table. The countdown has begun. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Yeah, so you're still here on Newday on TV3. When we come back, we'll bring you some more.
the youth of this country, the youth of this country will also love this country more. Apart from everything else, you hear them say we disappointed them, but we are also beginning to think that they are also disappointing us, because some of the things that we find the youth in today is not something that would wish that the youth will be in, like drugs, like scamming.
I mean, this year we had a big issue with drugs.
Drugs,
the
yes.
red and all of that.
And it's been terrible.
Yes.
So let's not look at Ghanaian youth and think about them with drugs or scamming. Or there's no hurry in making money. Hard work pays, and dirty hands actually pays. So it's not just a question of wanting to be like everybody else and keeping up with the Joneses. So you do whatever you want to do to get money. No, you've got to work hard and you've got to be prayerful. And I think we'll get somewhere.
We'll get somewhere. A great message from you. But again, we're talking about women and whether or not we've made any progress. I mean, we've been, from a very long time, we've been told the UN goal 5, gender equality by 2030, the target being 30 to 35% of women in governance politics. Right here in Ghana, we've spoken about it to an extent that even this current government is looking at a 30% by even rising up to 50% from the year 2026. This is just a few days away. But looking at this year, have we made progress that would really propel us to that kind of target we have in 2026 or from 2026?
Beatrice, we've come a long way as women in politics. There were times that women didn't even want to be heard at all, let alone to be seen. You know, but suddenly we realize that, yes, we do hear a few names every now and then. The one great thing that this government has done for us is to give us a vice president as a woman. One step at least to the presidency.
Yes. The first in Ghana's history.
The first in Ghana's history. Well, the first that has been successfue. We've had other women try their hands at the presidency. We have Nana Kunedu. We had another lady, I've forgotten their name.
Bridget of the...
Bridget of Dr. Ndum's party,
yes.
Dr. Nuku. But before then, too, there was another lady. That was, I think, in the 90s or so, or 80s. Yeah, she was.
And we had a Kiadonko as well.
And we had a Kiadonko. Let's not always forget the Kiadonko. We had a Kiadonko as well. So all these people have tried their hands at politics, but beyond those ones, we've also had the Joyce Ayis, we've had people who have delved in politics and have made a name for themselves. But I think the greatest person who has contributed, whether we like it or not, to women's awareness into governance is Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rollins. May her soul rest in peace. Her 31st December Women's Movement opened up the whole idea of women's empowerment, and that began to make women to feel that yes, we can be part of the governance of this country, and women were now becoming more assertive, and I think the men didn't like that. They felt that we were being too much, you know. But be that as it were, we also realized that the UN position on girl-child education also made more females to get into school. And out of that came competition. And these days we see those professions that normally you wouldn't find women. We have women engineers, we have women mechanics, we have women
pilots.
Yeah, women pilots, women, you know, all kind of things that you wouldn't dream that a woman would go into. We now have women, and they are doing so well, proving the adage that we had in 31st, that what a man can do, a woman can do maybe better. So we've done good in certain spheres of life. But when we are looking at politics, practical politics, that's where the difficulty is. And it's because we are not economically empowered, women in this country, especially those who would want to do politics. And there is all the stigma that goes with women in politics. They call us all sorts of names. You know, once you are a politician, you're a prostitute. You understand? Forgetting that we have to deal with men. You have to go on campaign with men. You have to do everything with, you know. So you cannot count yourself out. It's not a women's organization. It's a political organization. But they call you all sorts of names. And then, of course, you look at the education. You know, the very educated do not want to go into politics. They would want to choose the career path, their professional path. They do not want to make politics as the main. And so these days, even when they enter politics, you now have things like professionals in here, lawyers in here, doctors. Everybody wants to stick, and that means you are not giving your all. You're not giving your all. You've got a major one, which is your profession, before the second one, which is the politics. And I am of the view that in a few more years, if we are not careful, because the numbers for Parliament has dwindled, we've really gone down. If we're not careful, we might find lesser women going into politics. And I wish that women would start from the bottom up to kind of like groom ourselves, educate ourselves, and also to make people see us for who we are and not the fact that maybe somebody propped us up or supported us, you understand? So if we could start from the assembly women, if we could get more women into the assemblies, that's where development starts, and that's where the engagement also starts. And the district assemblies, if we get more women in district assemblies, there will be a lot of development in this country. Because at the end of the day, we are kind of like molded in a certain way to be sympathetic towards issues. We also see to detail, yes, men can do the job, but I think that women would be better managers of district and municipal assemblies. So that notwithstanding, women can try for the bigger ones. Why not? We can be looking for the presidency, we can be looking for all those ministerial appointments. And I think that the crop of women we have now are doing very well. When I see the likes of Tema Municipal Chief Executive, is it Abby Bright?
Abby Bright, yes.
Oh, yeah. When I see the vim with which I say, yeah, that's the kind of thing we want. Just do it. Forget about party. Just do it. I mean, let's see the old Ghana again. And when I see the trade minister going up and, to the markets and things, and you see, all those kinds of things, and you look at, there's so many women doing great things. Yeah. And for those that I don't mention your name, it's not that you are not doing great too. You are doing wonderful things. Anna Bisu is out there. We saw her.
I mean, risking her life
champion. Then we have the EPA woman prof. She's also there. Where the president has put women, they are showing something. Dedication, commitment. And for me, that is a plus. And we should have more women. When you look at even within the education sector, all those educators, the teachers, the nurses, even in the health sector, they're not doing bad crap.
Yeah. But looking at really the target we have for 2026, do you think that this year we've done something that would help us achieve that? Aside from the election of the vice president, of course, the women, or the appointment of the vice president, the women who have also been appointed by the president to serve in various capacities.
I think so. I think 2026 will be an interesting year. And I think 2028 elections will be more interesting. A lot of young women have been given opportunities in this government, and I'm expecting that they will build their capacity along the line. And I have this gut feeling that they will try their hands at least the legislature, which for me is the crucial one. Because if we get more women into lawmaking institutions, then we are getting there. The one thing that a lot of Ghanaian women will give thumbs up to is the PNDC Law 111, which came through Nana Kunedu's hard work. Yeah. So you can imagine what else can come. Now we are having issues with spousal property laws and things like that. These interest women. And when you actually nurture women properly, because when you nurture a woman, you should know that you are nurturing a whole household. The characters that we're having. And all the things that we're talking about, the youth, it's because of the structures that we have now. In years gone by, mothers were at home. So you knew how to nurture your children. They come in, you see them, they dress, you see them, You know what I mean? But now, it's almost impossible because mother is working, father is working, they all leave work, and the children are on their own with their toys, or you don't even know where your child is sometimes. You understand? And that is why sometimes we have this waywardness, these kinds of immorality going on, and these kinds of bad behaviors, because the family is no longer
as strong as it used to be.
So, but I think that as we get economically empowered, we will begin to have more access to our children, you know, because at least you can afford certain things. So you relax a bit and then look after
You'll be paid better, you work less.
You'll be paid better, you work less, and stuff like that. And then you get some respect at home as well. You know, women, when we bring the cash and the douche, the men respect us. So when you don't have, then that is where you become tomago.
But earlier you were talking about the fact that we are dwindling in terms of women representation. How would you say the culture in this part of the world perhaps has contributed to a lot of women not showing interest in representing?
Yeah, that's what I just said, the stigma.
Yeah.
You know, the stigma.
I mean, to what extent does that affect the psyche of women who want to go into it?
It is a very, very strong point. Cultural norms and practices, you know. The idea that a woman is supposed to be subordinate, supposed to be submissive, you know. So you realize a lot of men are not comfortable with their spouses or their women being in politics. In fact, it's not just the men. The women, too, some of them are not, because they are exposed to all manner of women also. But we're talking about women. So somehow you find women not being able to match up. And then there's still the traditional role of the woman. You're a mother, you're the nurse, you're the teacher, you're everything. So what time do you have to do politicking? That's another thing. And don't forget that sometimes when you're on the campaign trail, you can go all through the night, days. You know, you just leave home and you are just on the field for days. And so imagine if you have children or you have a husband at home. That alone is no for an African man. It's no. I mean, I didn't marry you to come and be jumping about, you know. So it's difficult for the women. So financing too is another. Apart from the stigma and the cultural norms, finances. We don't have what it takes. We don't have the money. And the reason why we don't have the money, it's not that we are lazy. You put in everything. But it's just that the expenses also, you know, come with all those. We don't expect the man to take up everything. So women are also, look, the women really struggle. If you go up country, the women are in the farms. And they practically take care of home. So at what time does she have to go to a political meeting?
So that's where the economic issue comes in, because you said that women are not economically empowered. Because they don't even have the time to make the extra money.
No, they don't. Look, even when she goes to farm and she gets the money, she's going to use it to feed the family, to support. You get me? And if she's a corporate worker, you know, the higher you go, the higher your expenses. So. You know that?
Yes, because then your
cost of living, your taste, everything changes. The higher you go, the higher your expenses. You no longer go to Tama Station. You no longer, you're not looking for designer bags and, you know, some kind of shoes. You understand? You forget about the Zabramatulare. Now you are looking for proper perfumes. You get what I'm saying? So the higher you go, the more expenses you have. And that doesn't also help. But I think that there's one thing that I have noticed, and I think that we should watch it carefully. Let's not take politics to be the only place that you can go to make money, because people think that people go into politics to make money. You are not supposed to go into politics to make money. You're supposed to go into politics to serve, to make lives better for other people, not for you to go and make money for yourself and your family or your cronies. Do you get me? So let us not let women begin, all those people who are going in there, you hear them, and I've joined this party, and I've worked so hard, and I'm not getting anything. Madam, if you went there to serve, you are welcome. But if you went there because you want to get money, then find somewhere else. That's why some people have decided to be professionals.
But you know that has not been the case in this part of the world. People go in there for money.
Exactly, and I'm saying that we must disabuse our minds with that. We shouldn't be thinking of going into politics for the money. Go into politics to serve. That is what it's supposed to be. But now, the young guys, everybody is going to politics for their money. But I think that once the if the constitutional review that has just brought up that ministers should be appointed outside parliament.
Yes.
Now we'll have the real parliamentarians. I think we will now have those who really want to serve this country. You understand? Because most of them are going in there hoping to be minister and be in charge of a budget. You won't get it. You get to parliament and collect your money and do the legislative work.
Let me acknowledge the presence of Hajia Gloria Menu, who is a national women's organizer with the United Party. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're looking lovely. Merry Christmas to you.
Many, many happy Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes, what message do you have, perhaps, first of all, before we go into the conversation?
So, very good morning to everybody, and Merry Christmas to United Party members. Our founder, Honorable Chief Alan Kojo Chairman Ting, and all United Party members, especially my regional women organizers across the country. And a very good morning to Honorable Prince Mohammed Najib Chaib and all our factory workers as well. We really acknowledge their efforts, their work. Even though our factory got burnt down, they are still supportive. We still have some of our members who are there at the factory. We used to give free accommodation. So if someone has Christmas gifts, let's pass there and then give them some. So very good morning to all our family members as well.
Yes. So what we're looking at really is whether or not this year we've seen any progress at all for women, especially those in politics. You're a woman as well in politics, women's organizer for the United Party. What's your perspective?
It's very interesting. This year has been a very interesting one. And just our opening of United Party is also an opportunity for most women in politics. If you see the trend that it used to be in the past, women were not so much involved in politics as now. And then what I can see is also that we are already in politics should look for younger ones and mentor them. Because it's very difficult when you are coming up as a lady and you want to be in politics. Just like Auntie was saying, Auntie Rodeline was saying, people think that you have to put so much into politics to become a politician as a lady. Some ladies think that if you don't have money, you can't be in politics. You need some huge amount of money to be in politics. It's voluntary work. If you are very eager to do politics, if you get involved and be closer to somebody, those are already up there, should also grab someone, mentor the person.
So you disagree with the fact that you don't need a lot of money to be in politics?
But
if you want to go to parliament or you want to represent a party as a presidential or a flag bearer, there's a lot of money involved.
You've gone too far. If you want to be women's organizer, you've gone too far. Don't talk about that.
In our United Party, and I will say it's a fact that I didn't use a penny to be
you're a new party. You see, you are just coming up.
We didn't use so much.
So let's look at the two big parties.
The strong parties.
Big parties. You need money to be there.
And you
don't need so much money to come to UP.
You might soon become a big party. You understand?
Yes.
Because yours is almost by appointment. You didn't have any. Yours is almost by appointment.
Almost, yes.
Exactly.
Almost.
So you didn't spend any money.
That's why I'm telling more youth and Ghanaians that we need them to come.
But
we don't need
because,
money.
like Madam Madeline said, you're now starting, so you're kind of at the formative stage.
Yes.
And you may not really have the structures that would demand that.
If you are in NDC and someone like, let me use an example, Shemima Muslim, who is a Muslim. We had a conference for the Muslim educated women, and we are trying to mentor them. We are trying to bring them closer to ourselves. Drag somebody along. The person may not have money, but if the person is following you to meetings, it's a form of education for them. If the person is following you to summits and conferences, it's another form of education. You don't need so much money to be part of a political party or part of... I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying.
What we're saying is this. Being a member of a political party, anybody can go and sign up to be a member of a political party.
Yes.
When you're calling people to a conference or to a seminar, even to educate them, you need to hire a hall. You need to give them drinks. You need to give them whatever. So the organizers by themselves, you must be people who are resourceful. Being a member, you don't need anything. I can just walk into any office now. If I come to UP and say I want to be a member, what else do I want? How much do I pay for my membership card? Nothing, right? Yes. And then maybe you are going to have a program at, let's say, Movenpick. You say if you decide to go to Movenpick or you go to Accra City Hotel, you want to have a program. If you invite me and I can afford it, that means I can afford the transportation, because in politics, as you go on, now that you've joined the bandwagon, you will realize that even when you have to take the person to a rally, you pay for that transportation to bus that person to the rally.
To and fro.
To and fro. And then you also have to give the person money even to come to that program.
And I'll come back to you, Madam Rosalyn Imoro, but I want to find out from you your own experience. Yes, the United Party is young, but you are the women's organizer for the party. You're disagreeing with a number of things that have been said about women in politics. What has been your personal experience?
Okay. My experience has not been so rough. It's been smooth. If I say it's been rough, it's far-fetched. And what I wanted to say, let me a little bit clarification is that I don't want us to scare the youth from where I sit, especially my Muslim sisters. If you are so dedicated to doing something, there are positions that we have would wish that more women will take, but they think that you have to have some huge backing or some money. That's why they are coming back. Okay, so let me come back to my experience as a woman commissioner, a politician. It's not been so smooth, but if you are determined, determination really moves mountains.
It's not been so smooth. What contributed to that?
What were the
Before you go to
the challenges.
Did you come from another party?
No, I was from NDC. I always say that I was from NDC.
That's what I want.
I was an NDC as one of the NDC executives. So I was from NDC, but lower, and behind. And sometimes you do things because it's a huge party. They don't really recognize or see you. You see, so it wasn't smooth from there. And being a mother of 6, it's not easy to be a mother, a teacher, and all that. So it's a little bit challenging when you have to go to the, when we used to be the Movement for Change, you have to join the campaign trail.
Yeah, so how did you balance that? Being on the campaign trail and taking care of your 6 children, plus the business that you're holding as well.
Plus businesses. Yes. People even ask me, how are you managing? It's been stressful. But if you calculate, it's all about calculation. It's all about drawing your daily activities and managing your time very well. And you are good to go.
How would you say that culture has contributed to the decline in women representation in politics?
Look, I always say that determination, let me hammer on that. It's difficult from where I was coming from, the Muslim community, and people were like, you don't have time for your kids, you are running around everywhere. It's difficult. If you listen to people from your community, you are not going to go far. But sometimes if you stand on your grounds, you know what you have within you, you know the things that you want to do, helping people in your community, you are determined to push. Especially, a lot of Muslim ladies need mentors. They really want to hear the stories. How did you make it? How did you get there? We are seeing the Shamima Muslims. We are seeing the recently our lady who got the chief, the justices. One of our Muslim ladies were appointed. So you see, if they see us there, it's a form of motivation. And you can't stay in your corner and want to motivate somebody. Yeah, you can motivate them, but if you come out large, then a lot of Muslim ladies, a lot of women will see you and say, I have seen Hajia push. I used to be a wache seller on Sprinters Road. Those who know me, 18 Junction, I sold wache there.
Very nice wache, I guess.
Very nice wache, and by 10 o'clock, the wache is finished. But a lot of people also know me as the charcoal seller, and they are amazed. I'm motivating people. So if you look at the few who are discouraging you. I was once on one of the radio station, and I had a caller who was saying, Hajia, I want to advise Hajia on TV that she should remember that her parents are late. So if she's attacking people politically, she should be careful. And I'm like, wow. You should rather encourage me to do what I'm doing. You should be happy to see me pushing. Don't pull me back. The PhDs in Ghana are too much. They pull him down. They will try to discourage you. And now you're bar, and you are even uncovering your hair, and you are going to places. And sometimes people call me behind the back and tell me, Hajia, the trouser and your shape. I'm like, no, it's covered. At least the top is, a little bit down. So if you listen, if you look back, you can't go forward in life.
So you were aside from the veil bit or the how do you call it? I mean, aside from your veil as a woman, you were saying that especially Muslim women. I mean, women all over the world are having the same challenges. Children they need to take care of. If they are career women, they need to, as well as husbands, and if they have their own businesses. But particularly, why did you mention the Muslim women, aside from the mayafi that perhaps you need to let go when you're on
So I'm part of one association where we put together African women in politics. And I realized that when it comes to Mali, Niger, we mentor each other. We talk and try to see how we can move ahead as women, leadership women in politics. And you realize that for me, it's not just about attacking Muslims or it's a general. Women in general, especially where some are looking at marriages so they wouldn't want to pursue certain kind of jobs. Well, in our kind of world, most of us, are being silenced because of religion. Most. Not all, but most. Let me say most, because it's a kind of worry, and it's a wake-up call for all of us as Muslims, not just in Ghana, Nigeria, Niger, Burkina Faso. If you look at all these areas, we are trying. It's mentorship. It's trying to pull each other together.
Madam Ayana, it looks like you disagree with some of the points.
No, I don't disagree. I'm always very careful when I'm talking about religion, because religion is very personal. You understand? So that's why I was saying that we should not bring in religion.
Well, I think she's sharing her experience as a religious woman.
Yes, but that's why I'm trying to say that, I was happy listening to her, but it is such that when it comes to politics and religion, we want to, as much as possible, stay away from it. I see her as a woman in politics. I don't see her as a Muslim woman in politics. Do you get me?
Yes.
I see you as a woman in politics. I'm a Muslim.
Yes.
Would you believe that?
Yeah, I believe it. Yes.
You understand?
Yes, mashallah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that I see you, but I see you as a woman in politics. And I would like to deal with you as a woman in politics. And I'd like to deal with anybody else who's a Muslim woman or a Muslim girl out there as following your dreams as a woman, but don't put that tag on yourself as a Muslim. Because when I see you, apart from, when you talk about dress code, a lot of people dress in any way they want. You understand? Even when they are Christians, they dress the Islamic way. So you cannot actually pinpoint and look at somebody and say, this person is that. Are you getting me? So all I'm trying to say is that in as much as we want to mentor these children, these young ones, we are mentoring them into politics. And so you have to come clean on the politics. For instance, aversion to wearing of jeans and maybe your t-shirts. Some people don't take kindly to it. Yeah. Are you getting me? Yeah. So how do we just get them with the education that they've got to be able to differentiate between going through a national process and then being the religious persons that they are?
Exactly.
You get me?
Yeah.
This is where we have to look at the situation. Yeah. Because young as they are, whatever you tell them is what they would want to do. But then we are very conservative. It's a very conservative thing. So it's best to always separate the two. So when you are coming in to come and campaign. You don't go knocking at somebody's door and say, I am a so and so. You are just a woman. I'm a woman. I want to develop this area. And these are my aspirations. These are the things that I have. This is what I think I can do. We should start off from there, but we shouldn't start off and say, I'm a Catholic or I'm a this. Do you get what I'm saying? We have to run away from that for a unified secular state. Are you getting me? So these are the reasons why I was saying that.
But again, there are also concerns that, yes, you're looking forward to pushing women, but it shouldn't just be pushing women. It should be women who have built themselves.
Who are interested.
And exactly, who are also qualified. How would you expect women, even as we look forward to 2026 and the target, to build themselves in such a way that they are positioned, that even when people criticize the appointment, I mean, those criticisms would have no basis?
Beatrice, that word qualified is what angers me. Because most of the time when people say qualified, they're looking at education. This country, Ghana, was built through the sweat of a lot of uneducated people. Market women, some hadn't been to school. You understand? If you're looking at Upper East region, our minister at that time, he wasn't educated, assume that, but he was one of the people who brought education, brought a lot of development to the Upper East region. We still use his bridges, you know? So when we sit as a country and we want to equate qualifications to education, academic work, that is where we lose the good brains. Why should the idea that you're a professor or you're a doctor or you're a whatever matter so much than the Makola woman who is sitting there, probably hasn't been to school, but knows how to sell her goods and make profit and build houses? You understand? And you've gone and done your professorship, you haven't even got anything. So qualification is a bit, subjective. So I always say that let us not discourage the unlettered from going into politics, because they also have a contribution that they can make into this whole thing. Sometimes you go to areas and you find that the people who come to your meetings as politicians are mostly women who probably went up to class 3 or class 4. But when you start groundwork, the leg soldiers, they are the ones. And they know how to even carve out messages because they are very practical on the ground. You understand? So those are the people that you can actually groom, that you can show them the other side, that even though you didn't get into the classroom, we could do this better and we can achieve this. But then when we start to categorize them into certain sectors, like these ones, Wanko School, what? You should see some people. They haven't been, but they are the best politicians you can get. You understand? You may not be able to go and sit in a Pito bar or a Kwateshi bar, and talk to the people
because
and
you
convince
think you
them.
have class.
Because you think that, you have class or something. And then you get somebody who sits with them, chats with them, convinces them, and that person is speaking their language. You understand? So politics is for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're educated. It doesn't matter if you're not educated. There are more uneducated people in this country than there are educated. So we have to be able to open up to our women who are out there, who are hawking, who maybe didn't finish school, but they have what it takes. It is good for you to also tap those brains. You understand? That is how come sometimes they say, if you're classroom you understand? Classroom intelligence is different from the local intelligence of your house. Are you getting me? So maybe we should be grooming also those that are unlettered. We should be looking out for them. Everybody is qualified to be a politician. Ekweadonko proved us all wrong, right? She was there. Even though people felt that, she was not anything because she was not lettered or whatever. But there were some people, there are women in this country who could not even form a political party. She did. Do you get me? So women in general are sometimes underestimated in so many ways. And we have tended to use different type of scaling to scale up women. So you look at somebody and you think that because she's got some qualification of some sort from an institution, that person is better than the market woman who is there organizing women to come out on election day. That person has a role to play.
I mean, it's amazing when you go to the market, you buy all sort of stuff, and the woman can just use her eyes and just give you exactly the price without using calculator.
Without using calculator.
Yes.
You understand? The businesswomen, the kinds of monies that go through Makola, you won't believe it. Or KJTR market, you won't believe it. You know, every day they are able to walk into China and do business with no English. You'll be sitting here with your big English and you don't have anything. You know, so let's encourage this whole idea of all of us together, lettered and unlettered. We all have our uses. When you get to the market, you always say, hey, you can understand this language, please deliver. Yeah. That's how it goes in politics. You understand? If you take too much of book long to politics, you won't make it.
Haja, how do you understand this argument about qualification and appointing women into certain positions or even electing them?
Okay, so just like Auntie Rodelin is saying, I think that it's a balanced situation. And if you see, I think that if I sit down and watch Parliament House all the time, I think that if we get like 40%, 50% of women in Parliament, Ghana will be like heaven. Because women are so, I wouldn't use the word so perfect, but we are good at what we do. And we brighten up the canal everywhere we go. So
not all women, no. Some.
But maybe she's talking about majority of women.
So majority of women. So if we had majority of women in Parliament, you understand. Just like you were saying, if you go to Makola, Nima market, you see the big Hajias. The person will know the number of sacks in a trailer just by sitting down. And the amount of money they take, they are calculating. Nobody can steal from such a person. You see, so if we are able to close the gap, I side with Auntie Rodelin. But then Rodelin, but then it's not yes, but not perfectly. Let's still encourage our girls. Let's still mentor them. Our women, you know, these are positions. Start educating yourself. Start pushing yourself there. If you are aspiring to be a Chief Justice one day, you still have to learn to get that position. Yes, some people will decide, maybe I have siblings and I want to sacrifice, I'm the lady, I want to sacrifice my junior brothers, siblings to attend school, pursue their dreams. Let's not leave ourselves behind. Yes, you can have one child. I'm trying to bring up these ladies who have children and decide single mothers. You can be a single mother and still pursue your dream. I had my 6 children before I started degree. So education is not a race. Somebody will start before you come. But let's not forget that you have to push yourself to be at the top. We really need more women at the top. The affirmation bill had been passed long, and we are still having women.
Well, just last year.
Last year.
Affirmative action bill?
Yes.
No. Yes. Well, it was passed. Last year it was passed.
Yes,
but we've discussed it for years.
Of course.
Years.
I mean, it was on the shelf over 20 years before it was
years.
eventually passed. Yes.
So finally, it's here. That's what we were fighting for, and it's finally here. Nobody will come and force you to be there. You have to motivate yourself. See somebody who is at the top. Be motivated by that person. If you request to be a man,
as for the motivation of the young girls, we can motivate them.
We can motivate them.
But at the end
immediately
of it,
you start and encouraging somebody, you want to mentor the person, then they start asking you for some coins, and you see.
In fact, and I think the point I wanted to make is where Madam Rodelin Imora is trying to go to, which is that a lot of people think that the society is already chauvinistic, and so
that's what I was just going to say.
Yes, and so even when people are encouraged, the society itself will kind of shrink that life out of you. How do we kind of reorient the minds of people from young and old to begin to see things differently, that we need to give opportunities to women as well without being that hard in terms of being chauvinistic?
Yes, so it's all about mindsets.
How do you change that?
It's supposed to be something that we should be doing it gradually, educating each other. It's not easy, but it's a gradual process. And as we always come here as women, it should start from TV3 as well. 5 days, 1 day for women, 4 days for the men. Let's start. It's gradual. As we speak, they listen. Now, social media is something that our youth are exploring negatively. We can still use social media as an educational tool. They watch. We can be doing, as we are up there, whatever Shamima does every day, she posts it on social media. We watch, we follow her. If Auntie Rodlin also does, she posts it there, we share. We should be doing small group meetings. Like I said, we used to do 8 countries. We are trying to expand, educating women in leadership in countries. But in Ghana here, we should also have a leadership platform, a mentorship leadership program for young.
Frederick Ebert Foundation does those kinds of courses.
Yes, but it's not well known.
But you're also looking at...
It's well known. Frederick
Yes.
Ebert, most women that you see politicians have gone through Frederick Ebert Foundation.
But you're also looking at the very fabric of our society, like the hook and crannies. Because I remember when we did that story about the lady who was abused by her husband on the compound, the number of calls we got and how all of us were surprised about the kind of mindsets that people had. And the men who called in, some were accusing her of marrying because she wanted money and that is what you get. Others thought that the bride price is too expensive and it is why men abuse women. And so you can tell from even those calls that came in that a lot of people have warped mindset, as it were. Yes. How do you get to the very least, quote unquote, in society in terms of trying to change the mindset?
Whatever whatever the society is seeing is a mirrored image of our family values. You understand? And like I said from the beginning, there's no more grooming by family. People are picking up from other people. Children are learning different things from other people. You don't even see your child to be able to advise the child. Suddenly, social media has taken over parenting. So gone are the days where you will tell your child that when you go out by 10 o'clock, I want to see you home. And it's like, what? I'm even leaving at 10. You understand? And you don't have a say because somehow everything has been taken out of us. When we talk about mentoring the young ones, we could mentor them to be good citizens and then also to take their education seriously. Generally, if I listen to Hajia, I can only just tell her that whatever mentoring she has, unless the family unit accepts that, it's not going to work. You understand? Because it is that family setting that sets out these young girls for marriage. They don't want you jumping. The moment they see you going somewhere in your jeans, that means they have to quickly organize for you to go and get married. You get me? It's the same family setting, which makes an Islamic girl go to university and come back, and then instead of going to work, a man says, I don't want you to work because you'll be working for a man. So you can't. So it's a family. So no matter how we try, it is always the family that we have to get back to. It's being able to reach the men, the fathers, and the mothers, and letting them understand that this is a new order. If the child wants to do politics, politics is not all about vulgarity or whatever you hear. People are doing decent politics.
You can still do decent politics and win.
And win. You can still do decent politics and win. And it doesn't mean that when your daughter is in there, she's doing anything wrong. Just take it that she's gone to another program. That is the same thing. But right now, the setting right now is that the girl child is not a free person in her own home. She has family ties. And the family comes first before anything else. So even though you're looking at them and they want to come, they would come. But the final decision is not theirs to make. The final decision is not for them. So no matter how we try, all that we can try is to engage them to be open-minded, engage them to get a form of education where they can stand up and talk for themselves. Are you getting me? That way, we will be winning.
I mean, people say that husbands are the heads of the families,
Yes.
but the women are the neck.
Yes.
So they can still shift the head to whichever direction. How do you expect...
Depends how heavy the head is.
How do you expect women to, as it were, being that sort of influence that eventually would change the mindset of the men at home, so they're able to see or encourage their daughters to even, be the ones encouraging them to participate?
I think a lot of things have changed the mindset of many Ghanaians. When I go to the north now and I see more girl children in school, and I hear men saying, "Oh, I prefer that the girl to go because they are more resourceful," I'm very happy. A lot of work has gone into this. For a woman to be helpful at home, you must try as much as possible to be economically empowered. Men are expecting for us to be submissive, but submission comes with your responsibilities also being fulfilled. You do not go into a house and you expect a woman to help you when she has no way of helping you. But here is a situation where some men do not even want their wives to work, and sometimes the reasons are just funny. I can look after you. You can't. Our needs are different. You understand? No, and apart from that, why should somebody just sit?
Even the fulfillment of doing something on your own.
Yeah. It's that one thing that they don't recognize, that sometimes you just want to do things for yourself. You don't need anybody to do those things for you. But then they feel like, I have money. That's our usual Zongo Palace. I can look after you. What do you want? Why should you work? But that's not the issue. But when you educate the girls and they can be assertive, when they can be assertive, they will be marrying their age mates. So you can talk one-on-one that this is what I want and this is what I want to do. You cannot stop me from being an accountant to come and sell cocoa. You get me? You won't. I want to be an accountant.
You admitted the problems this culture has with assertiveness.
That's what I'm saying. The assertiveness. So that's why I'm saying that it's the education that will change it. Being able to educate our women to know when to be assertive. Because the submission is too much. We ask for submission, we submit. We do everything. But still, the men kind of feel, I don't know if they feel threatened by us, So you're a politician, if your wife is, oh, no, she won't respect you at home. And it always starts with the women. It's our mothers who start it. She's not going to respect you at home. If you let her to be this, and now she doesn't respect because she's so and so. Hey, madam, it's not like that. Being assertive doesn't mean disrespect. Are you getting me? But this whole thing, I'm choosing my words and my sentences very carefully. You understand? Because this is a topic that I always find very difficult to discuss because of my upbringing. You get me? Very liberal. Can do what I want to do. You get me? As compared to restricted upbringing. And that's the difference. A restricted upbringing in the Islamic sense of it, culture and everything, and the liberal, where you can do what you want to do. It's your life. You get me? With guidance. So you have...
But again, as you're educating the young girl and encouraging the young girl, the boy also will have to understand that a girl being assertive doesn't mean she's being loud or disrespectful.
No, but that is you. For you, the job is for you, the mother. Comes back to us, the women, the family again. So why is it that when you're in the house, the boys can sit and watch TV and the girls should be the ones cooking and washing the dishes? You should be able to bring all of them together. Are you getting me? You should be able to let them do things together. But somehow we separate them. And that also adds to it. And then sometimes she says, I want to do this. I say, no, that's too difficult a course for a woman. That your brother will do that one. You should do this one. So you realize that a lot of women, I want to be a nurse. When you just ask, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a teacher. Those are the two major things. So once I asked, I said, so from nursing and teaching, you haven't heard of architecture, you haven't heard of engineering.
And that actually reminds me when I was going to senior high school, a lot of parents will tell their children, go do home economics.
Yeah.
Let the guys do the general arts and the science.
Oh, since you have come home, go and learn how to sew. Why? But that is what is the norm. So we have to be able to teach them, to advise them, to be able to stand and say, I don't want to be this. I don't want to go and learn how to sew. I want to go to school. Thank God we have free SHS, which means the only one that you have to take the burden on you is the university. So if the person decides I want to go to university, please support the person to go to university. Because you've had almost free from class 1 to senior high school. So if it's university, support the girl child still to go to university. Support the boy child also to go to university. Because the boy child needs that education to understand that you are two different people. A woman is different, a boy is different. Your needs are different. Your temperaments are different. And therefore, you need this kind of attitude to live together.
I'll come back to you very shortly, Hajia, but there are a number of messages. Neo Date Mail says, President Mahama didn't try. Like by this time, 30% of MPP executives must be chopping Christmas from jail. Okay. Okay, I didn't see the end of that. Candy Crush says, good morning, Beatrice. Good topic today. Auntie Rhoda is making valuable submissions. I love education on politics and religion. She's on point. Thumbs up to her. There's also Fatau Abubakar says, good morning, Beatrice. Edu, I'm enjoying the discussion. Hello to Hajia. We would love if she can share her contact. Oh, okay. Contact. She wants your contact. Okay. And Neo Datemil says, I thought New Day crew would be chopping Christmas. Oh,
they are not letting us chop Christmas.
We are here, Ni. Thank you very much.
They are not letting us. Two Muslim ladies. We are not
yes, another one says, Merry Christmas to you all. Prince Nanaya Oyok says, Merry Christmas to you, Beatrice. This morning, Auntie Rodlin has given free political lectures for all political parties. The market women and taking our religion out of politics scenario. Merry Christmas to your panelists. Happy birthday. And Merry Christmas to my sweet mom, Prince Nanaya Oyok. Thank you for your message. Let me read this. And then Agongo Roger to Hajia says, hey, you have added chief to Alan Tremantin name. By next year, he will become king.
No, that's his name.
Yes, that's his name, actually. And there's also, okay, the same person says, Beatrice, I beg, okay. I can't read the rest of that message. And yes, thank you so much for sending in your messages. And also, okay, there's some of you also commenting on our YouTube page as well. But Hajia, let me just get your brief thought on really, aside from the home, which is where everything starts from. I mean, until last year, the Affirmative Action Bill had been on the banner for a very long time. It's been passed. People are still expecting that there will be a lot more effort to ensure that we are able to see the fruit of this bill and other things that ought to be done. What do you expect of government and state institutions or any institution that has to do with women empowerment to ensure that our women are encouraged?
I think that let's bring our chiefs into this issue. There's a lot of work that has to be done by our chiefs as well. Even though some of them are still doing their bits, we will encourage them to involve their queen mothers. The whole community can also focus on supporting those intelligent ones that sometimes it's not just the intelligent ones. There's someone who might be low in the stats and become very intelligent.
I mean, some people are very intelligent, but the circumstances kind of shrink the very life out of them.
No. So if they
different people,
there are people who are not intellectuals but handicrafts. We should encourage them from the communities. We can start from our queen mothers putting up. I remember going to a Sikuma or Dobimbrakwa, and you see the queen mothers participating in
you can identify training. You can identify those ones from school.
Yes. So we should, in fact, invest in the communities. Our chiefs and queens are also part of this, and we should not leave them behind. They should help their community youth, the kids who are coming up, they should invest in them. You could see that we are always blaming government and a roof net too, and this and that, and we are still having schools under trees. What are our queens and kings and chiefs doing about it? We usually collect money and organize funerals. We usually collect money and organize festivals. Let's also at least do our own bits in trying to push the Ghanaian youth. The government is doing its own bits. Individuals are also doing their own bits. We encourage our and call on our chiefs and queens should also do their own. They should also do their own in bringing up our youth.
Indeed. Let me just bring a few messages to you. There's one from Stephen Penwa. He says, good morning. Merry Christmas to every one of you in Media General. We appreciate your hard work for a year just about roll over to 2026. More grease to your elbows. We want to see Belamundi back, please. All right. Thank you very much, Stephen Penn, for that message. There's also another one. Okay, it's the same Stephen Penn. There's one from Master Planner Junior. I think I read your message earlier, but Madam Rodelyn Imoro, Ayana, let me start with you on this one. The message or the statements that was issued by the Lands Ministry on Tuesday indicating that certain big mining companies would have their licenses revoked because of some regulatory breaches. And I will just read a bit of that statement. He says, we had also indicated that we were reviewing the small-scale licensing regime. We started that exercise, and about 906 initially faced possible revocation. After a fair review to correct any irregularities, 258 small-scale licenses were eventually revoked. So that was just an update on that one. He says today, we have 50 large-scale mining licenses that face possible revocation. And then the statement went on to say that if you find your company's name on that list, you have a 1-month period to correct or rectify the anomalies. And if you have a legitimate reason why your license should not be revoked. I mean, what's your thought on this? This is just coming weeks after the government revoked the LI 2462, which allowed mining in forest reserves. And now this is coming in addition to the measures being implemented to deal with the problems we have at hand.
I think it's in order. You know, there's so many allegations around, rumors that people collect these licenses. Ghanaians go for these concessions and then they sell them to expatriates. And so it would be good to know who and who exactly is mining in our areas. You know, I wish that mining would have been left just to Ghanaians. I wish that we could do our own mining. We could have the concessions given to probably some youth, organized youth, for them to also partake in responsible mining. But over the years, it seems that getting a license, a prospecting license, from the Minerals Commission or from the Lands Ministry is not easy. People have to spend huge sums of money to be able to acquire those licenses. But if the Lands Ministry is asking for these clarifications, I think that maybe they have a point. Probably they've seen something that we haven't seen. And as such, it will be in order for us to know who and who is actually destroying our water bodies and our forest reserves. In as much as we want to benefit from our gold, we don't also want to destroy our environment. So we should try as much as possible to get to at least to a time where we are doing mining that is not detrimental to our forest reserves, to our environment, to our health. Because the waters that are being polluted, the grounds that are being polluted is all affecting us. So I'm okay with it. I think that, but they should give us more information as to why. And since they've brought out this topic, it should be transparent. They should bring out everything, every detail should be communicated to the public for us to know the owners of these concessions. And if any irregularity is found, they should not hesitate to ask that person off or that company off.
Indeed. Your own thoughts on this decision by the Lands Ministry and those companies, and they've identified about 50 of them whose names are on the list, have been given a 1-month ultimatum to come and explain themselves or kind of clear the names before they are allowed.
Did they find something?
Okay, so it's very in line, and then we are hopeful as Ghanaian youth when we hear such things that Galamsey is really being attacked. So this is a very good start, and we are hopeful that the years forward, next year, this year has already been almost gone. So next year we hope that they will bring us more clarification, just like Auntie Rhoda is saying. We really want to know the details and see how it's going to end. They shouldn't just start and then leave it hanging. We really want our water bodies to be clear as for us, our forest reserves and everything. We want to see that our future is bright as Ghanaian when it comes to water and our forest reserves. So this is very good, is in line, and we want to see the bottom of this. But then we should also not forget that most of the licenses, you could see that they were acquired financially, supported by a few people. So we are really interested as Ghanaian youth. Next year we'll be watching, and we are opening our ears. We want to see the end of this.
And I'm sure you remember that in the peak of the Galamsey conversations, there were concerns about even some large companies that were leasing their concessions illegally for some of these activities, and the fact that investigations were going to be conducted. How do you think perhaps these could have contributed to where the ministry is going now, ensuring that everybody falls in line, whether or not you are licensed?
Yes, so for now, since it's been revoked, it's a good step. Just like I said, it's a very good step. But we really want to see the end to whether they are going to be punished, why their licenses were revoked and all that. We are really interested to know the outcome of it. That's all I have.
And part of the statement, Madam Ayan, I'm coming to you. A part of the statement said that the planned revocations are part of the government's broader effort to curb illegal practices and enforce compliance across the mining value chain, with authorities emphasizing the need for safer, more responsible and environmentally sustainable operations. How do you think this could help complement the kind of efforts that are already in place? Because this is a multifaceted thing. We heard the president say that at the launch of NIMOS.
Okay, so if you give a license to a big concession, such to a company, and that company decides to sublet or sublease part of its concession to other people, there is no guarantee that they are going to follow the rules and regulations governing responsible mining in this country. So if they decide that, if the ministry decides to look into these licenses, then they will be able to know who are the perpetrators of this Galamsey that we are all talking about. Because probably we are all saying, all of us were looking at small scale miners, and then we're looking at illegal miners. And most of us believed that large concession owners would not do irresponsible mining. But if the large concession owners are now subleasing to smaller units, it's those smaller units who may be faulting the law, and we do not know them. So this will also bring out those people, and then also we'll get to know the large units that probably are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's the way I see it. Because if you come, it's like telling us that AGC, is it AGC still, or Ashanti Gold?
Ashanti Gold.
Yeah, assuming that we say it's Ashanti Gold or it's whatever gold the mining company has subleased to other people because the concession that they've had is very large. I don't know if they will have enough oversight responsibilities towards those people they've leased those concessions to. And even though those ones will be working independently, you know, they may be creating problems that the larger concession owner would not know. So it's good. I think that we'll rope in a few more illegal people, you know, who are attached to legal people.
Yeah. How do you expect institutions to act, really? Because we heard Emmanuel Amakufibua, the lands minister, say that there were a number of challenges with how licenses were issued.
Oh, they were.
And everything about even monitoring and ensuring that the right things were done. Moving into 2026, LI 2462 has been revoked. We are coming in with this potential revocation of licenses for about 50 big mining companies. How do you want them to work together to ensure that we are able to deal with this head on?
Let's have transparency for once. Let's be transparent about who is asking for a license and who is being given a license and the person's capabilities of doing responsible mining. The whole thing is this: if you are educated enough in how to prospect for gold, you should be able to at least educate all the workers that you've employed to know that you don't do this. You don't work towards water bodies. You do not denigrate the soil. If you're supposed to be panning, you don't use jamfang. You know, all those things. So I think if we are able to rope in all these smaller units, then rope in the bigger one, and then as Ghanaians together, we come up and say, look, from now on, if you are going to be giving a concession, let us know who is being given. Let's put a face to those names, because you get all kind of companies, you know, and these days companies, you can even add H and to become a different company. You get me? So if you have Poma and you have Poma, it's the same. The only thing is that one is H and one is AA. You see what I mean? So let us get the full list of people that puts faces to those people, and let's know who is actually mining. It's important too. It's important for us to know, because some of these, you'll be surprised at those who are getting, who were getting these mining concessions. Very young people with no money. They go and work for the concession. They don't have it, and they sell it to Chinese people. They were selling our concessions to Chinese people. So all you needed to do was to know a big man, work your way to get a concession. You get the concession, you go and look for a Chinese person who is willing, or a Korean, or an American, or anybody, or Nigerian, and then you sell upfront, just like they do to contracts. You know very well that you don't have what it takes to do a contract. You go and collect the contract, you sell it to somebody, you collect the money, you pocket, and you leave it. That's the deal. So people were actually going in there, getting the concession licenses. Their names are on it, but they are not the ones working on it. They sell it to other nationals or even fellow Ghanaians, pocket the money, and then they are gone.
There are those who argue that, yes, we may have all the effort in place, but until we've been able to put in structures that would empower our youth economically, they may still find the temptation of going back. How do you want the government to approach this? The cooperatives and all of those things that are supposed to be empowering people communal-wise.
Do the youth want to work in Galamsey? No. Every young person you talk to will tell you that I want to work in a place, either a government institution or I want to run my own business. It is for lack of those opportunities that we find our youth in the Galamsey areas. I think that with a district, a local government concept of district assemblies and municipal assemblies, and with the fact that this government especially has reached out and actually kind of like, I would say, pre-financed development projects and given to the assemblies and the others to help in creating employment around their areas. That's very important. If the municipal assemblies and the district assemblies are able to create jobs, you know, from those who are going to be maybe in construction, those who are going to be refurbishing things and stuff like that, the youth will want to stay there and get something to do. But if there is nothing, look, if you go to certain parts of the north now, I mean, you feel very sad. Practically able-bodied men and women, young people, are all in the trenches.
I mean, you don't even have to go all the way to the north. Right here in the Eastern region.
Okay, so they are all in the trenches. And they are and for how much? So the first one was what I said some time back. I said, let's use the same people to fill in those holes, those gaps and everything, and to kind of like give out some new afforestation. But we need to create avenues for the young people to find jobs. And we cannot just give them any job. We have to give them the skills training, enough skills training to be able to do those jobs. The thing that is running in this country is that we are educating people who are not employable. There's a difference. You cannot go doing all manner of courses that do not benefit anybody, and you come and you are expecting a job. We need to make sure that now people will take technical education seriously, the arts seriously, and all those other jobs. And know that you don't have to be a medical doctor, you don't have to be go and sit in a corporate entity, but you can even generate jobs for yourself. I was telling someone, I said, look, what's the difference? Why? Why is it that people are going to Ashasi University? How did you get an unemployed Ashasi graduate? Hardly. Because right from the university, you are introduced to industry. Right from the university, you are encouraged to at least be able to create a job for yourself if you should come out of this.
Think for yourself.
Think for yourself. But what do? We just amass, pass them. Everybody is doing. One day I said, we are all doing human resource. How many human resource officers can the state have?
Yeah.
How many? All of us with the human resource. So you go and do human resource. Then, and the one thing with Ghanaians, as soon as we hear of something, you know, look at the law faculty. Everybody now wants to be a lawyer. You understand? Then we have alternative dispute resolutions. That one too, ADRs are there. And then we have the family law. Family lawyers too. Ibusunya Penyin will sit and... So how many people are you going to get to be bringing cases? You know, those kinds of things. We are not looking at jobs that are, I don't know even how to call them, but like need creative skills, critical thinking skills. We don't. All of us are just going through the mill. So I asked somebody, they give me a CV, and I said, what did you learn? They give me some, they mentioned some. I said, so where can you work? And the person is standing there. I said, where can you work? Tell me where you can work with this thing you have gone and learned, and I will see if you have an opportunity somewhere. And it's like, oh, I don't know, anywhere at all. So you find that we have to do things right, starting from the educational institutions. Let us identify those who are not academically bright. There are some who are not just classroom, but they are good when it comes to hands-on things. And that is what has helped Germany.
Yeah.
That is what has helped Germany. Nobody's talking about degree, and this and that, you know. I remember my carpentry master said, we shouldn't call him a carpentry, we should say wood technologist. You know, so let's look for those fancy names, because that is what they are looking for. If I can call my carpenter a wood technologist, you understand? Now, I'm sure...
Just like we've changed watchman to security.
You know, a receptionist is now a communications liaison officer. You see what I mean? Those are the names. So maybe we should get some people to sit there and carve out these beautiful names, because it looks like those are the names that the youth wants to know. And even our old folks, you know, if you come and you go and say that I went to do this, or they want to hear lawyer, doctor, you know, those kinds of things. So let us begin to let them know that hands-on pays. You know, if you go, those doing fitting, the mechanics and stuff like that, look, Charlie, they're making good money. Mm-hmm. Today, every seamstress is now a dress designer.
Fashion designer.
Fashion designer. Everyone is going into fashion, and now my dressmaker is a fashion designer. And I keep telling, I said, there is a difference between dressmaker and fashion designer.
Dressmaker will take 100 cedis, fashion designer will take 1,000.
Exactly. But fashion designer will not turn my bed upside down. A dressmaker might turn my dress upside down. You understand? Because she will just cut and sew. But the fashion designer is looking at my fabric, the quality of my fabric. So you have to learn those skills. So you just jump from being a dressmaker to a fashion designer and want to charge me for that when you are not a fashion designer. You get me? So all this, but when you take them through the educational process and you let them understand that, oh, you can do this, straight dressmaking. Dressmaking means you are a dressmaker. And in those days, there was nothing like fashion designer. So I'm not trying to belittle dressmakers. The dressmakers I'm talking about are the wayside people who are just, you know, go through apprenticeship, you get to come and sew, and then you come and you say you are a dressmaker, and suddenly you jump to being a fashion designer. It's just the same like the beauticians, the cosmetologists, all hairdressers have now become that, and you know they destroy our hair and everything, and even nail craft. You know, nail craft, it's a craft, it's a job. Suddenly, everybody is doing it without any education. So let us start from the educational institutions. Let them identify people. And then from there, let the state also give us more TVETs. We need those schools. We need those schools, and we need some fancy names. Let's start giving some fancy names, please. From, you know, executive chef to them things, you see. And people will start getting interested in the arts.
There's a comment from John Tete on YouTube. He says 2026 will even be much more better for Ghanaians than 2025 under NDC government.
Yeah, to be fine.
God bless
we will.
President Mahama, NDC, and our homeland, Ghana. Thank you very much for sending in your message. But let me get your thoughts as well.
But to be honest, I think John Mahama has done. His Excellency John Mahama has done well for the youth of this country. He has. I mean, his government has taken in a lot of youth, and I'm expecting them to not make him regret it. I'm expecting them to do well. I'm expecting that they would put in everything that they have to make sure that Ghanaians will then believe in the youth, since even the new constitutional review is saying that 30-year-old can be president of this country.
Do you agree with that?
I don't agree. I think 35 will be a bit better. Yeah, if they want to come down, we are not the same as, you know, the
Europeans and the Western guys.
We're not. Our values, our family values, our educational, our mindset and everything. Yes, we do have a few, but there are very few who can match up to those kinds of things. Somebody said 30-year-olds are still in diapers, 30-year-olds are sitting at home and stuff like that.
With no jobs.
With no jobs and stuff like that. So, and we do not want to encourage a situation where we'll have all kinds of bad money coming in, because our politics has become so monetized that if you start saying 30 years and scammers get money, they can just decide to come and run over us. You know. But I think that the president has done well. We would still ask for more for women. If you look at the young women that he has given positions to. But then, Mr. President, one thing I've noticed this morning, I have to say it too, is that the very juicy places, you know, we don't see the women there. It's like the men are going to the juicy, the supposed juicy places. So let it catch us more.
Haja, let me get your thoughts on how you think the government and institutions can make this work, even empowering the young people within the community areas.
Yeah, so I was happy to hear KKD at the African Summit talking about the creative industry. And I think there's a place that our president has to really look at. And then I should recommend some of the district assemblies that they are doing a great job. I was at Gas Central Municipal Assembly, and I saw the efforts that they were putting into their youth as well. So it's a good thing, and so far so good. Alhamdulillah, we've seen that things are gradually moving. This year's rice was not so much expensive. Maize, I heard this morning someone's comment on the morning show saying that they should increase the size of kenke.
The kenke because the maize price has gone down.
Maize price has really gone down. So I think that as Ghanaians, we should be accountable to ourselves. We should be truthful to ourselves. Everybody wants to be rich, yes, but at least you should know that you are cheating somebody. Somebody is suffering. You want to make money, but somebody is really also suffering to get where you've gotten to. So yes, a lot of us are doing our jobs. The municipal assemblies should also be truthful to Ghanaians. Once the president has assigned budgets and monies to you, big push, whatever, they should make sure that whatever the money has been asked to be used. We don't want to be in 2026 and start looking for people to arrest and we are not finding them. So everybody should at least enjoy Christmas, but make sure that whatever money you are using is not from corruption. Yeah. Make sure that whatever you are doing is going to affect somebody positively not negatively.
Yes. There's a message from Charles Thompson, and he says a plumber earns £65,000 a year in the UK, and it's not just in UK, in Europe. Plumbers, I mean, to an extent that when you have your own house, you want to put like a shade, you need permission, and you have to get people to.
You're talking of a plumber.
Even in Ghana here,
talking of a plumber.
Even in Ghana here, architectural work pays.
It's money.
It's money.
The beauticians and all of that making a lot of money.
But everybody is looking for white collar jobs.
Yes. No.
It pays.
Look, electricians, plumbers,
it really pays.
Gardeners, you know, it pays.
Yes.
And if we're all going, and you know, the funny thing is that they go abroad and they go and do those things. Yet when they come here, they think that they don't want to.
But in Ghana, how many public gardens
It's
do you
because
have?
we haven't given them fancy names. We have to. That's what I'm saying. We have to find fancy names.
No, but you don't even have the public gardens as much as you should.
Right now the gardens that we've sold it for houses, for concrete.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Rodelyn Imorayan, public interest advocate, and also to you as well.
Last sale.
You said
we haven't had our last sale, have we?
Oh,
so I have to greet my people.
Okay, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay. So I'd like to say good morning. For Kusak in Baku. I'd like to say good morning to Naba Asigri Abugurako Azoka II. Naba na happy and merry Christmas. On the 28th, we are having our Samampede in Boku, and everybody, every Kusak, wherever you are invited to come and celebrate with us. We hope that you all come in one piece and we'll all enjoy the peace that is now prevailing in Boku. And we pray that everybody in this country will be praying for us to have a successful Samampede festival. Yeah.
Okay, please, 30 seconds. Your final word.
So let me put everybody together, to the Gate family and my uncle's Mike family, Uncle Mike Hammer and the Hammers, and to the Lachu family, Donyon, everybody, to United Party. Don't forget, Ghana first.
Ghana first. Thank you very much once again, Hajia Gloria Menu. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for coming. And to you as well, Madam Rodelyn Imorayan. Thank you, and Merry Christmas also to you. Well, that will be it for the big issue today, but are you looking for a university that will prepare your child for the future? Then Academic City University is the best choice for you. At Academic City, we do not just teach, we nurture creators, innovators, and leaders who shape tomorrow's world. Yes, we offer undergraduate programs in engineering, computational sciences, business and communication arts, and our BSc in artificial intelligence and robotics engineering are the first and only one of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa. With world-class facilities and industry-experienced faculty, students do not just learn the latest technology, they actually create it. And for working professionals and young graduates, we have got you covered as well with our MSc programs in cybersecurity and data science analytics, as well as our professional certificate programs. At Academic City, our programs are practical, relevant, and future-focused. You can call us now on 026-269-3870 or visit acity.edu.gh for more information. Admissions are now open. Academic City, make your mark. My name is Beatrice Edu. Thank you very much for joining us. When we come back, we have some more for you. Do stay and stay. Academic City.